Where the heck have I been? Man, that gets asked to me like every time I get on the phone with an old friend or a colleague. So I just want to update everybody where I've been, what I've been up to. It's been almost a year since I've really been online to connect to anybody in any kind of personal way. So this is my first video log for Mogul Bound. I'm starting a new personal brand. This is called Mogul Bound, and I have a goal to be an expert, accredited, and published in my field of expertise of digital marketing, branding, lead generation, and more. And I'm going to do that through executing this blog, doing a video log every day for the next year, just to show people what I'm doing, where I'm at, and how well we're growing and expanding here with our project. So, man, a year ago, I came back to LA from southeast Turkey. I was spending 3, 4, 5 months in Turkey with a couple friends, and I how do you even explain it? Things got kind of weird in Turkey, and I had to leave. So I crash landed back in LA with my best friend Adam, with not much business, not much clients, no subscriptions, no guarantees, no place really to live, and I just kind of had to figure it all out. I was with my cat. I brought my cat to me with Turkey, as most of you already know. So, coming back, I was in LA for 6 weeks or so, and I had an event to help produce 1 Billion Vegans. The event was pretty successful. We had almost 200 people show up. We had a lot of technical difficulties that didn't allow us to really present the information that we wanted to present. But nonetheless, the event went on, and a lot of people enjoyed themselves. We had like a 5-course vegan dinner with a whole vendor room and tables and booths and fun and attractions. So all in all, it was a great weekend event, one day, all day. After that, Adam and I stayed at a friend's place for a few weeks, trying to find a place to live. We didn't have much money. We didn't have much of a budget. I have had no credit or stable paperwork to show off to help us get into a facility. So things were very scarce, to say the least. We ended up not finding anywhere for the 3-4 weeks we were staying in Santa Clarita at our friend's place. Went to my parents' house up in Lake Arrowhead, and this whole transformation came at Lake Arrowhead. We had amazing ideas and found a place to live, and everything kind of came together all in a matter of a few days. Instead of looking in LA, we started looking out of state at cheaper areas with a higher quality of life for what we could afford at the time. And Vegas seemed like a good option. We did a little bit of research and looked at some pricing and started contacting apartment managers within a day or two. I actually found this unit our first day of looking, and I didn't talk to the owner for a few days, but the owner lives in LA. So I was able to meet up with the owner, give him my first month rent and security deposit, and I didn't even get the keys. I didn't get anything. I just met him at in Culver City area. And it was kind of weird. He's an engineer, older guy, seemed trustable. I just went with it. It seemed right. But a few days later, we were in my old Suburban, Adam's Jetta, and my dad's moving van, and we were able to fit absolutely everything from storage units and old friends' places that we owned. We were able to fit everything into the 3 vehicles that we owned in one trip, drove out here, and prayed that the keys worked when we got here, because they prayed the keys were even here, that this apartment existed. Walked in, and it was a blessing. It was nothing short of a blessing. This unit is beautiful. We have like 1,100 square feet here in Las Vegas, South Summerlin. It's laundry and dryer in unit, garage, gated community, pool, jacuzzi, gym, community room. We got our own private walking path that goes in between the communities here. Just really, really, really comfortable. We don't share hardly any walls with anyone. It's like we're living in our own house here. Blast music, have the time of our life. So we got here, and I had $40 left to my name. Adam was broke. We had nothing other than keys. And we had enough money to turn on internet. We got internet working, turned on the gas, electricity, and that was it. That was it. When I was in Lake Arrowhead, I came up with a plan, an idea to start providing Google marketing, SEO as a service to our clients. We had been doing web design for over a year, but it just didn't seem enough to really continue having a lot of production and grow as a company. So I started introducing SEO, and although I wasn't very experienced at it, we only took on clients I knew I could handle. We offered a top 3 Google guarantee, which nobody else in this industry is offering guarantees. So right off the bat, people were confused how we could do it. It was a really big struggle. When we got here, I was on the phone every day making 50 to 100 calls, following up with old colleagues, trying to get referrals just all day long on the phone, getting tiny little $50, $100, $400 deals, working way too much for these things. But just did what we had to do to get the bills paid 28 days later. 4 weeks into living here, I managed to get a buyer for veganmaps.com. I sold the domain for a few $1,000s. It was plenty of money to take and invest into my company, the web development marketing company, called James the Fourth at the time, just going by what my clients called me. And I invested almost all of the money that I made from Vegan Maps into this company. We built a lot of marketing material. We went out and got really nice business cards that just really represented what we did. I'll read you the quote on the back. This quote is our quote for our company. My favorite quote. If you go to our about page, you'll see this quote. My favorite quote. And he must do every day all that can be done that day, taking care to do each act in a successful manner. He must give every man a use value in excess of the cash value he receives, so that each transaction makes for more life. And that's by Wallace D. Wattles from The Science of Getting Rich. Got these awesome business cards. Business cards helped a lot, but also simultaneously we had these magazines. I made these magazines. This was a part of the money that I spent to really up the ability to get new customers and close deals. So I had these magazines made all about our services, our products, showing a splash of some of the better websites we had made at that time, and then also obviously pricing and service options and the whole 9 yards. And these did very well. Oh my God, the magazines. The moment we had magazines to show people and meeting people in person. Oh wow, this is you? Oh wow. Oh. They just got all excited. So stupid. The Fugazi, as we call it. The Fugazi, right? All of a sudden we have magazines and people think we're way better than we were the day before. So it was a really big learning process. It helped us get a lot of quick clients, and we were able to start growing as a company, start investing in ourselves with the money that we were earning. I upgraded James the Fourth website to reflect these new marketing material. Things were moving pretty well. Still kind of getting by, like really scraping. I had to even borrow money at a time last year in October-ish, September, October. But then everything started to change. We rebranded. We rebranded into Krenz Marketing. And we didn't get these business cards until last week, but in October, I believe, of last year, we became Krenz Marketing. And that's Krends, like trends with a K. And everything started to change when this happened. We went from me representing myself as a business to having an actual entity represent the service and products, our value for us. And we started to change dynamics. We changed a lot of systems. I hired my first assistant in late October, Russell. And Russell helped me create and change the dynamic of the entire back end of our process. He had no web development experience, no WordPress experience, no graphic design experience, no video editing experience, no SEO, no experience at all having to do with the business that we run, how we do. But what he had was the ability to learn, to take direction, and to adapt and apply instantly. He's a young guy, just like myself. And man, I got to tell you, a pleasure working with this individual. I taught him WordPress in less than a week. I taught him some graphic ability the following week, some marketing strategies the week after. A lot of our systems, our automated marketing systems, email compliance, our CRM. I mean, this guy came in and started relieving time from my life, and this was the biggest problem in my life at the time. I was working 18 hours a day just to be more behind than I was the day before for weeks and weeks and months and months. It was a little crazy. So Russell came in and we just started growing. We just started expanding. I mean, it feels like it just hasn't stopped since the day I hired Russell. Right now, this is where we're sitting. We have 6 full-time employees. I've got my assistant, Russell. I've also got a project manager, Cherie, who I also love. She's a powerhouse, amazing English, amazing managing, task management, priorities. Just very aware, which is a necessity as a project manager, to be able to keep in touch with the clientele, keep in touch with our development team, and make sure both of their expectations are managed. It's a very hard role to fill. We also have 2 developers. Russell, my assistant, is a junior WordPress developer at this point, so we have 3 developers, and a full-time graphic artist, graphic designer. He had no experience doing web work whatsoever. Within 1 week, he was blowing us away. I mean, everybody works as a team here, so our team was able to really help him and train him on how to make the parameters of web elements, and he just learned and adapted and executed instantly. We've already got amazing reviews. I've only been working with this individual for 3 or 4 weeks. I have multiple people that are blown away of our clients now that are just so happy that we were able to develop the graphics from this individual. So amazing boost to our business. Social media manager, who's now I've hired to manage my entire personal brand. And also we're starting to introduce some of our clientele to this individual. But we also have social media marketing automations that do a lot of our marketing for us. And we also have some part-time social media marketers that do some of our clients as well. And that's all of our full-time people. Now we also have part-time employees. We've got a video editor that edits video every week for one of our clients and ourselves. We've got 2 content writers, so text, articles, press releases, etc. And I've got an SEO assistant who does a lot of the busy work for our SEO stuff. So, from October to now, going from no employees, no full-time, regular, stable employees, to having 6 full-time and 4 part-time employees is absolutely insane. The biggest growth I've ever experienced in any company I've had the pleasure of working on the inside of at any kind of executive level, let alone as an owner. So, every day that goes by at this point, it's just a learning process. We're learning and adapting and creating new systems and becoming more efficient than we were the day before. Duplicating myself more and more, as much as absolutely possible. Now we're at the point where we've revamped and remade the entire Krenz website. Every page that we are today is completely new and developed from even when we were 2 months ago. So now we have a client portal, employee portal, automated employee recruitment system, automated client portal for tracking their progress and paying and invoicing. Just really, really high-end automation that we've been able to install and adapt and implement into our business to have the craziest results we've ever seen. This year, let's see here, my first year in business, I personally was the only one working, 2015. and we brought in, or I brought in maybe $5,000 or $6,000 in our payment gateway the whole year. Last year, it was myself and my partner Adam working with me, and we were able to bring in a little over $50,000. And this year, we've already brought in more than what we did last year, and we're on track for going at $500,000 or more. So the growth is insane. Where have I been? What have I been up to? I've been working 24/7 as always. New Year's, I'll give you an example. New Year's Eve day, I worked 15 hours and fell asleep at about 10:30 p.m. New Year's Day, I woke up at 6 a.m. and I worked all day long. I don't even know when I stopped because I was preparing for the success that we were going to have this year, and it's just booming, exploding. So, Mogul Bound, video log. I'm excited to see where this develops. I know that I have huge goals and expectations with this, and I know that a lot of people are going to be able to learn, and I'm going to learn and expand while other people are going to learn and expand through this process. So I hope that it inspires other people to go out and achieve and do what I'm doing. If there's one goal that I could have, two goals that I could have in this daily video log for the next year, it's to inspire other people to go out and do what they dream about doing, and go out and achieve and acquire and become all the things they wish to achieve and acquire and become. It's really ultimately up to you in life. It's a decision. It's finding your passion. It's finding what gets you out of the bed in the morning, what keeps you up at night not sleeping. And the second thing would be to make my company, myself, and my brand have a lot of worth and power and influence within 12 months, because I want to do a lot of good in this life. I have really, like I just said, I have really big goals, not only for myself, but to give back to the entire world, which I will talk about a lot. I actually have plans, not just wants and desires. I have big plans that I want to put into place. So thank you so much for watching this far. Stay tuned. I'm going to have a lot of fun, a lot of uncut, uncandid, me on the phone with business owners, closing them, me goofing around, the growth and expansion and acquisitions that the company does. This is my journey to becoming a mogul. This is Mogul Bound, and thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you soon.